What is the niqab? I told you already what is the khimar, correct? We all know what the khimar is now. The khimar is a covering, but when you say khumurihinna, the women's khimar, it literally means the one they put on their head like this. The niqab is the one where you cover the face like this and show the eyes. And there are different names. There's the one that covers the entire face, burqa and so on and so forth. The niqab is the one that covers the face except for the eyes. Where did this come from? Well, in ancient history, women in different cultures did wear niqab. They did cover their face. Even before Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came out. It's documented history among Muslims and non-Muslims, among people before Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came. But as time went on, it turned from religious to cultural. And especially the ones in the desert, women wore it for desert purposes. There was a necessity for it. The Mesopotamian women, 8,000 years ago, also covered their face out of necessity because they used to work in the fields. In the time of the Prophet ﷺ, there was no hijab for the first 10 years. What do I mean by hijab? Hijab is a modern word that we use. It's not the word mentioned in the Quran. Hijab is the wrong word, but we use it because of social construct, meaning socially we constructed this word and everybody knows what we mean. The Quran talks it in detail. The niqab is covering the face. At the time of the Prophet ﷺ, for the first 10 years, there was no verse about drawing their khimars over their necks and over the sternum and so on. Until 10 years later, this verse came down. And the women it was in Medina. It was in Medina when the verse came down. More than 10 years. The women of Medina understood. Aisha radiallahu anha, she narrates this hadith. They understood what the verse meant because they know the Arabic language. They immediately went into their homes and they covered their hair properly because in those days they used to put this on their hair, and what they used to do was they used to put it to the back like that, right? And sometimes they would tie it and make a thing, and sometimes I'll make a ball up here like that. I hope that I just did it fast. So they used to do that, and then they covered themselves. The women of Medina, the hadith says that they came out covering their entire face except one eye, so they can know where they're going. Now here the scholars have differed on this. Big controversy, classical scholars of difference of opinion. I don't know how much you all know about the meanings of difference